YouTube. Hey, what's good, man? We back with another video. We back and we going deeper. The world is a stage part 2. Yeah. We going deeper. I want y'all to pay attention to these videos, man, because I'm touching on key points. Key little points. Touching on key subjects. I want y'all to pay attention, man. I'm putting these videos together. We getting deeper and deeper. We getting deeper and deeper. All right. Yo, the world is a stage part 2. If y'all seen the last video, y'all know. The media, news, celebrity news, all this is a bunch of BS. It's set on purpose to distract us from what's really going on. Laws being passed, money being transferred, wars being started, shit being stolen from other countries, all kind of stuff. Trafficking, all kind of stuff. Look, man. We gonna take control or we just gonna keep letting it happen. Simple as that. And I feel like it's time for us to take control. It's time for us to get back to what life really is. All these lies, all this bullshit. Hey, it gotta go. It got to go. We're gonna get right into this video, man, because this one here, if you like the last one, you're gonna love this one, man. We going, hey. The world is a stage part 2. You see right now, the Anunnaki story. Let's go, man.
This is a statue of the Nubian king, Taharka. He lived around 690 BC to 663 BC. He was the king of the Kushite Empire. But check this out. That's Taharka on the bottom right. But let's look a little closer. Egypt's African kings were great. Taharka prevented Sennacherib the Assyrian from taking Jews as slaves. This is a mural of Assyrians and their army taking Jews as slaves. But check this out. This is Sennacherib, the king of Babylon and the king of Assyria. Who does he look like? The Anunnaki. And people are out here praising slave owners who enslaved your people, the Jews. These people took your knowledge and told you they were Anunnaki gods, and people still teach this BS today.
World is a stage.
We know the truth now.
After watching this video from Billy Carson on the topic of Anunnakis and the human race, on how everything came about, I'm still processing. This video is for educational purposes only. Run that video, comment below, and share this with someone you love, care, and respect.
Here we go.
Run it.
Who are these Anunnaki people? There are people who believe they're the direct descendants of these beings and that they have the right to rule over human beings still to this very day. And they came from the Bureau. They got down to Earth. And this is about 450,000 years ago, according to the tablets. The Anunnaki, who are also the Atlanteans, that's the same people. The Atlantean is the civilization. Anunnaki means those who came from heaven to earth. And they started off with this cloning system at first. So Isis says, I have an idea. She says, I'm going to take an egg from one.
Real quick, if you don't know who Billy Carson is, do your research on this guy. I don't get down with Billy Carson. Me and Billy Carson don't see eye to eye. We don't. We really don't see eye to eye. I don't understand why this black man is on here going so hard with this Anunnaki stuff And if you really look at the Anunnaki story and how the human race was created, we have no purpose, according to Billy Carson. And if you didn't hear me, according to Billy Carson and the Anunnaki story, we have no purpose. We were made as a slave race to work for the Anunnaki. Simple as that. If that ain't the farthest thing from God, bro, y'all better open y'all eyes with what Revelation in the Bible is saying. It's right here before our eyes. But do your research on Billy Carson. The tablets he talking about are the tablets of Thoth that were found. I believe they were found. No one has really seen them. We can't see them, the physical copies. It's just a whole bunch of rewritten, the story rewritten and all this. It's just, man, bro.
Women, and they
No
took
real
the egg,
evidence.
And she cleaned out some of the genetic material. They added
Well,
some
let's
of
go.
their
Let them
essence
talk.
to the egg. They put
Let
it
them
in
talk.
the womb. She took it to term 10 months, and then you see her in this famous cylinder scroll holding up this baby saying, my hands have created it. She gave birth to the Adamu, which means first man. So they put Adam in this Eden, E-D-I-N, and this Eden was this laboratory where they would have these mating rituals between the different peoples, and when they got Adam in there, they tried to mate him with these other ones. They made Eve, they mated them, and bingo, it worked. Crazy story. That was about 200,000 years ago. They also genetically modified us by taking chromosome number 2 out of our body, fusing it together, and putting telomere caps on each end to limit our lifespans. And scientists now, geneticists at universities, they teach this. They say, we don't know how this happened. It's an artificial mutation that would have taken millions of years to happen, but it happened about 200,000 years ago. So the tablets line up with modern science. And so it's the foundation of a high-level civilization. When we got to one of the highest advanced civilizations, which started
He's just
out
talking
in
so
Sumer,
fast.
and then migrated over into the land of Kemet before it became Egypt, the initial pharaohs would be a direct bloodline of one of these Anunnaki people. When they relocated home base to the land of Kemet, they rebuilt the land of Kem out of the mud because there was a great flood. At the dawn of this new era, 36,000 years ago, the gentleman who started this, his name was Thoth, T-H-O-T-H. And he's known as a wisdom keeper. He's known all over the entire world, but he ruled over the land of Kemet for 14 or 16,000 years, roughly thereabout, according to the ancient Egyptians. And then he left there and went to Mesoamerica and kickstarted the Teotihuacan in Mexico City. That was all his master architectural plan. And Teotihuacan is part of his African name, which is also known as Tahuti. And Teotihuacan in Mexico really means the city of Tahuti that he built out there. So he left there, and that's why the pyramid complex there mirrors the one at Giza in Africa. Akhenaten is King Tut's father. So Akhenaten decided, I'm going to become a monotheistic ruler and not the kind of believes in multiple gods. And what got into him was Amun-Ra, who's also Thoth's brother. And he told Akhenaten that you worship me and you get everyone to worship me and deface all the other gods. That's why he was kicked out of Egypt. He went to the Great Pyramid, and he went to that stone box area inside the king's chamber and took Ark of the Covenant with him. See, Akhenaten is Moses. That's the Moses story. They ended up in the desert with the Ark of the Covenant, which is well noted and documented in biblical text. A super advanced technological machine. It was multi-purposeful. What it was capable of doing, it's a weapon, but it also has the capability of being a power source. The Great Pyramid itself is a power generator. It was built on top of an aquifer, and the water running underneath the Great Pyramid, it creates physiostatic electricity. Those ions would get pushed up into the Grand Gallery, and they had resonating rods in the slots going up the Grand Gallery. When it got to the king's chamber, some other type of fusion would happen, and it would then send the energy up through the apex, and the apex, which is now missing, would then transmit it out wirelessly to the obelisk, which then collect this ambient electricity. And if you had a JED, you can pick up this ambient wireless electricity. You can see the JED connected to light bulbs and so forth, like a Nidera. I knew it wasn't a sarcophagus, but it's the same exact, I measured it. It's the same exact dimensions as what? The Ark of the Covenant. So when Akhenaten took that, he took the power source for Egypt. As time continued to go by, and they began to then handpick specific people to do specific things, and they would then create these genetically modified or bloodline people. Yeshua was one of them. He was a chosen one to bring a certain level of Christ consciousness, which existed before Jesus Christ that terminology ever came to be.
The more we dig, the more we find. Here we have an image of a diploma.
Billy Carson. Did you hear what this man just said? He literally just ran through the Bible and tried to make it so alien, so far from what it really is, that it's literally a sci-fi story. Like, that's the best thing I can come up. Like, it's like he sat down in a room full of sci-fi creators and came up with that story, bro. The structures are the same around the world because we, as a people, the black people, were migrated around this whole earth. We were here. Yes, like I said, the world is a stage. Technology, the time, all of that has been flipped on us. All right? We have to understand that part. All of that has been flipped on us. We were a lot more sophisticated, a lot further with technology back then than they say we were. Simple as that. He's sitting here taking the Ark of the Covenant. Like, oh my God, Billy Carson, man. He was about right with the wireless electricity. We know this. We've been covering this a little bit on here. We know that's possible. But he just really been turning the Bible and trying to make it so alien and just so far-fetched. It's crazy, man. Billy Carson, man. Where did this guy even come from with all this crazy information like this? Like, who do you think you are, bro? Like, and what real evidence do you have to back this up? He just talking fast, talking with confidence, making it seem like he know what he talking about, making the story so believable that you taking it for exactly what he's saying, just like how the elites do. And we take it for what they say it is instead of just doing our own research. But see, my eyes already been open when I found Billy Carson. So all that shit went in one ear and out the other. And I was like, man, do your research on Billy Carson.
For the American Pacific Exposition and Oriental Fair. For Portland, Oregon in 1905. So 1904, they have the St. Louis World's Fair. 1 year after, we get this one in Oregon. This diploma is very interesting. As we go down to the bottom, we have a photo. And we can clearly see in the background 2 airships, both looking different. They normally don't show this form of transportation in these photos. They normally blank out the sky. But as we look up all of these countries, we see the big ones. And then we see Caucasia.
1905.
Have any of us heard of a country in the 1900s named Caucasia? I personally have never heard of Caucasia, which is similar to Tartaria. All of these countries that we were never told about. But this one wasn't hundreds of years ago. This was 1905. So they are now, in my opinion, lying and telling us that Caucasia, or Caucasus, is a region that has a bunch of countries in it, including Russia, which we all know have connections to Tartaria. But let's take a look at this list again from 1905. They are already listing Russia on this map with Turkey, France, Holland, Germany, Switzerland, Italy. All of these are countries. They are not regions. I'll say it again. These are countries. Why would they then throw a region in there randomly? That doesn't make any sense. I think we are finding, in my opinion, that there is more land that we aren't being told about. That was
if we
here
just
in
pay
the
attention to this shit, it's
and I
easy.
think Caucasia
it's easy to debunk.
is being hidden from us right now. Welcome to episode 48 of my lunch break. I hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new,
let's go deep.
Welcome. And I want to thank all of our sponsors over on Patreon. Thank you to flatearthdave.com. You can check out his app. I'll put the link in the description, and you can use my referral code, MLB. The app is awesome. It shows a lot of videos that are really hard to find. They've got them all in great playlists. He also has my lunch break on the homeschool section of the app, which is really cool. Thank you for that. Thank you to Rebecca Kay, Don Gaston, Jason Brunson, Christopher Arietta, The Lady Lacey Show.
Bro, do that at the end of the video. What's up with you?
Really quick, I want to just throw this in here. That there is another country that is clearly blurred out. I wonder if we weren't supposed to see that one. So we were given a photo with the airships in the background in the sky. So I went digging and found this photo from 1905, World's Fair in Oregon, showing more airships. And since I haven't really covered this topic yet on this channel, in my opinion, and a few others, this form of travel was all over the place. It wasn't just created in the 1800s, and the Hindenburg event was used as a scare tactic to make these airships look faulty, removing this free energy form of transportation technology out of our lives. Do you really think that they put a gas in these airships that would be so incredibly flammable and fly them over massive cities? Or does it make more sense that this Hindenburg event was a planned event to get rid of this free form of travel and wipe it from the history books? Here we have a photo of one of these airships sitting in between the two spires of
Clear
the
as
old
day.
world building.
What else could that
You
be?
can see that they use these spires to electrically charge these airships. And this was common knowledge. And in the very next photo, it's
Look at
leaving
that.
the port. We are not given the truth about our history. This isn't
all.
something that we are ever told about in our mainstream schooling system all over the world. Do you find that odd? Let's keep digging.
Schooling
We see that
system.
the U.S. Army had this technology in the 1800s, as well as the Navy. Now, this is a photo from July of 1931, and we clearly have an airship charging at the top of this
1931.
building. So we have a lot going on here, and this was within the last 100 years. An airship charging at the top of this
remember
tower.
those, though?
Did you think they only charged at the top of buildings? Of course not. They had
Who
charging
remember
docks
those?
in the
By
middle of the
2000s,
water.
I stopped
Here we
seeing
have a
blimps and
photo
stuff
of the
like that
U.S.
in the air.
Navy airship in 1924, charging from this boat. Now let's zoom in on this charging station to get a good look at what's going on here. Now this is a technology that we were never told about. This
Never told about. I've never seen nothing like this. Have you? Have you ever seen anything like this? That's crazy. But it's true. Why haven't we been taught about this? Why isn't this technology still available to us now? You know? We gotta think, guys.
hidden from our timeline, a clear proof that there is much more to the story
Killed
than what
off
we've been
a
told,
lot.
especially since this was not thousands of years ago, and shows how easily
knowledge.
history can be rewritten. This technology should be common knowledge at this point.
Real quick, good people cut off a lot of good knowledge, good people from a lot of old folks who were supposed to teach us the way. But the government wants you to pay for electricity, pay for water, pay for all these other services, which we don't need them to serve us, to service us. That we don't need it. We can do all that. We can do all that stuff ourselves. We can catch our own rainwater. We can build big solar panels to power our whole neighborhoods. All kind of stuff, bro. We don't need the government assistance. We don't need them for nothing. Bro.
Another angle in Rhode Island of the charging taking place. These airships were not powered by gas or simply helium. And if we switch angles here, we can actually see the charging tool that was used right at the top of this tower. They're clearly about to connect to the airship. So this, in my opinion, is clearly explaining what's going on at the top of these old world buildings. They were charging stations for the airships. They have the same features, and I guarantee you that they still turn on, since this was not that long ago. And I'm going to take this time right now to answer a lot of people's question. Will we ever find the truth? As we keep uncovering more and more documented evidence, we're going to find that the previous civilization was not that far in the past. And our current structures hold so much more technology than we ever truly understood.
And we know the truth. We know the truth. When are we going to start holding these people accountable? We know the truth about basically everything now. The truth is out there, but the people as a whole just won't believe it, just don't care enough. I don't know what it is, bro.
Opinion. Yes, we are going to find the truth about all of this. We are uncovering the truth faster and faster. And this community gets bigger and bigger, with more and more people sharing their thoughts and knowledge. The mainstream history is becoming comedy hour at this point. So we can clearly see that these buildings all around the world may have had a second purpose, but they were without a doubt here to generate free energy, specifically for airships. And once you realize this, then we can go deeper and ask the question, was the previous civilization capable of using these buildings to power their flight that were so much more powerful, so much faster, and so much more incredible than an airship? I believe that they fully understood this technology. They were the ones that constructed it. They had this technology and were able to travel through the air so much faster than we can today, while using the Earth's natural energy. These buildings are technology. They are able to extract the energy and are able to turn it into a fuel. If you're looking for a why, a motive to suppress this technology, well, it would 100% benefit a civilization, us. It's free. There is zero benefit to free transportation, free energy. Do we need to go further for the why? So when you go around your town now, and see the top of these buildings, we can all understand how popular this form of transportation really was. It was everywhere. Now, we have talked about Tartaria. We have shown in this episode in the beginning how there are possibly more countries and more land, such as Caucasia. So we have Tartaria, but we also have Barbaria, where you would get the term barbarians. And of course, again, have any of us heard of a place called Barbaria in history class? Nope. Maybe you have now. But in mainstream history, this is not something that is taught to us. We're not being told the truth about any of this. And we have many maps of a land called Barbaria. And I believe that...
Why has the Great Wall of China always been downplayed to me? You know what I found out today? It's 13,000 miles long. Do you understand how long that is, bro? Like, I live in LA. I could drive to New York City right now. And that's 3,000 miles. You got times that by 4, add 1,000, and you still not there. And that's a wall. So I'm trying to understand, who was they defending against? And how do you make a wall 13,000 miles long?
That long
when I
ago.
saw 13,000, I was like, oh, but then I'm like, wait a second, wait. 13,000, that's kind of far.
That long ago.
And then this, once I did it like this, it blew my mind because I was like, oh, like, wait a second. I didn't even know China was that big to build a wall that big.
Let's go.
Like, they finished building these in 220 BC. Jesus wasn't even roaming around yet.
That
and they had a 13,000 mile wall built.
Come on, man.
My brain can't really comprehend that. Like, okay, all of a sudden the pyramids, they not even that cool to me. What the fuck was they just? Did they just start and they were like, man, we might as well just keep going? Or was there an enemy that was that great that they was that scared of that they was like, nah, son, keep it going. We need all 13,000 covered because if they come, it's fucking over. So I don't, bro, 13,000 miles. China has just went up so far in just my random rankings of the world because what the fuck?
Tartaria in America.
Remember what we talked about last time? There you go. You seen that lighthouse? Nikola Tesla in the World Fairs. He lit the whole city up. Wireless electricity. He lit the whole city up. There's pictures right here. Lit the whole city up, y'all. With the technology that they still have to this day, that they've been had this whole time. But they make us pay for electricity. They make us pay for this shit.
Weapons of mass destruction. Many years ago, they literally had weapons that could turn your land into dust. They had weapons that could melt the stone buildings and almost turn it into liquid. They was able to create such weapons with the manipulation of electronic magnetic fields, radiation, and even manipulating the heat from the sun. You see, the mainstream narrative likes to say that this was just a cave that somebody dug out with hammers and chisels, when in reality it was a beautiful temple that somebody zapped with a weapon such you've never seen. So anytime you come across a land with these strange rock formations, it means somebody got smoked.
That's interesting, man.
Are y'all paying attention? Do you see this behind me? Russian warships are now entering the Red Sea, but that's not all. Do y'all remember when I just showed you that Assad welcomed Putin to build bases in Syria, but more specifically in the eastern Golan Heights, the 1/3 of the region that Syria claimed? Any military analyst that's watching this situation knew it was a bad omen when Putin put a base right here. Well, now Russia is claiming that all of Golan Heights belongs to Syria, and they are trying to push out, allegedly, the IDF and the other groups. At the same exact time, they have all these ships in the Red Sea. Don't forget, we still have Eisenhower in the Red Sea. Now, with all this going on, I want to put you in remembrance of the dream that God gave me about this exact situation in September of 2022. It was one of my first videos, and I posted it in December of 2022. And everything I'm about to say in this video was unheard of at the time. Everyone thought the Russian thing was going to blow over, especially not get to the Middle East. And I had another dream. I saw very vividly, I saw a white horse, and it was holding, like a Iranian type blade. I googled it and found it. This was a sword the horse was holding. I heard the voice of God, and he told me that US and NATO were the horse. The white horse was given a bow and crown, and he went forth to conquer. After I saw the horse, I heard God, I saw the sword, I saw the horse, I saw it midair, and it was going right towards Russia. After that, the still voice told me that Russia was going to attack Israel. Now, seeing how all this stuff is transpiring in Golan Heights, don't forget, Benjamin Netanyahu made Trump Place, a place in memory of Donald Trump. I find that a really odd coincidence. And of course, all this stuff is transpiring right before the eclipse. Does it mean anything? I don't know. To watch the whole video, it's pinned on my page.
Look, now I told y'all. Bro. What I say? What I sit there and say? Don't sit here and pay attention to this Diddy shit too long. Something is going on in the background. Something else is going on that we need to pay attention to. You better look. You better listen. You better get your ass off of Instagram, Shade Room, Say Cheat. You better get your ass up off of there and get to what's real, man. But look, it's about to get even crazy. Let's go.
Michael Jackson, as you know it, been gone. He's been deceased. Okay? The real Michael Jackson, he died in 1984. Okay? The last time you heard some real music from Michael Jackson was Thriller. That's it. Go listen to it. Okay?
Okay.
So
what you got to back that shit up?
The fire that happened at the Pepsi joint, this picture proves that couldn't have been Michael Jackson. Because if he had his head caught on fire, then that little small bandage, like, yeah, okay. You see it, right? All right, so check it. So Mike's gone, and I guess they panicking because, all this money. Me, I was like in 4th grade, okay? And they made an announcement when it happened, and we was all crying. I was in an all-whitey school. I mean, I'm just saying, like, everybody was crying. Okay? It was very sad. The King of Pop was gone. So we thought.
Even in an all-white
school.
So
87 pop around, check it. And they introduced to you Miguel Jackson. Yes, I said what? Miguel Jackson. Spelled the same.
Hold on, he threw me off with that.
Okay?
Miguel Jackson.
He arrives, and in 87, him and Quincy cook up bad.
Okay.
And this dude is totally screaming.
That's right.
On the record.
Yo, this
Imposter. Miguel. Okay?
Oh shit,
Go listen
y'all.
to
This
it. Human nature, he's why?
valid point.
3 years later, I'm back because I'm like, get out of here. Like, come on, man. So Miguel goes around and tarnishes everything.
Oh,
okay? And the reason, yes, if you heard it before on platforms, yes, the reason why he stayed around children is because they would not know that that's not the real Michael Jackson from Off the Wall, Thriller, The Wiz, and so forth and so forth. Like we would know. So when he was around adults, they was like, that ain't Michael.
Oh,
and don't forget
shit.
his children. He didn't use his,
Oh.
Come in. Let me give you some money. Sign this NDA.
Bruh.
Can't say that. All right, bet. So as Miguel trashes Michael's legacy, they get him with the doctor, years ago. So that was Miguel. Okay? Say it with me.
Miguel Jackson.
Not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, rest in peace.
Rest in
84.
Peace. Man, that's...
Yeah, one more thing.
This dude just...
Flex, you were so disrespectful.
What
right?
the
Flex, you get the... Oh, man.
Oh, hell no.
Ever portray anybody...
Bro, he just dropped the bombshell. He really just dropped the bombshell.
You were so disrespectful.
Flex, get the fuck out of here.
Flex, come on, man. Stop playing with me, Flex.
Stop playing with us. Flex. Get your...
I don't hang out with entertainers, no athletes.
Watch closely. See the O? See, look, see? See them two that going down? One by itself with the joint. Look, watch. See? The joint going by itself. See, going by itself with the joint. Y'all see that? For the earth if you see it. Now, I'm gonna show you that they deciphered this wrong.
Deciphered it
As
wrong?
you can see here. Don't look at the indentation. See this? Don't look at the indentation. Like I said, I touched these. Don't look at that indentation no more. Look at the space between the indentation. You see a 3. Right? Follow me. You see a Z looking zone with an E. You see that? You see those letterings. It starts popping out to you like bubble lettering. You'll even see a mound little thing, John, right here, and mountain ranges in the back. See that? This is a map. You don't go by the indentations and read it. And you came up with the whole Enlil and Enki story and got Bill Carson running around talking about Enlil and Enki Anunnaki.
What I just said about Bill Carson.
That the true Anunnaki is here. And I will show you how to read the God languages. And this is it. You don't.
Yo, peace, love, and light on the 90 the sun, guys. You know what's crazy to me, bro? I feel like I'm gonna be real, bro. I be getting tired of this shit, bro. Like, it really be pissing me off that people just don't think on the same accord, bro. And I know I shouldn't trip about it. Everybody like, bro, I should chill. I shouldn't really be worried about that shit. That shit really bothers me, bro. This really are people, bro. The motherfuckers who don't think the proper way is this really are people, bro. Majority of the motherfuckers majority of the motherfuckers that we need in this war is so motherfucking mind fucked. It's crazy. And then it's crazy to me that they can't even fathom removing themselves away from that religion that they got stuck in their motherfucking head. They can't even fathom removing themselves away from the bullshit that they ended up believing. You feel me? Think about this shit. We supposed to be living and doing all this shit behind this motherfucking book. We the only motherfucking species in this realm. Only motherfucking species in the motherfucking world that look to a book on what the fuck we supposed to be doing. Why the caterpillars ain't got no book on how to turn into a butterfly? Why none of the ants ain't write no book for the other ants to teach the ants how to be an ant? Why we the only ones that's attached to this motherfucking book, bro? We the only ones who looking for guidance outside of ourselves on how to live in this motherfucker, how to survive in this motherfucker. We the only ones looking for somebody to come save us, bro. At the end of the day, when a deer run into a fucking gazelle run into a lion, G, guess what? What you think, he started praying? Or did he get the fuck out of there? He believe in himself. Fuck it, I gotta get up out of here. Buddy trying, you feel me? So it's to the point where it's like, when we gonna start thinking with the like, feel me? I don't even know how to explain this shit no more. I don't even know how to get people to tap in no more, bro. It's to the point where it's like it's so much evidence out this motherfucker on why you supposed to be thinking different than what they told you. Let's think about it, bro. You was told everything. Everything about you was told about you, bro. When you gonna believe in yourself, bro? When you gonna think about everything that got to do with you and just move on your own accord? Why you need somebody to tell you how you supposed to go about your week? You going on Sunday to go talk to a motherfucker to tell you how to be for the rest of the week. Bro, come on, bro. We older than the books. We older than everybody in the motherfucking books. Listen, bro. It just bothered me, bro, because I really be feeling this shit. Like I really feel for my people. Like when I speak, bro, I'm speaking in hopes that damn, bro, that maybe one day I'll say something that'll make a motherfucker, you feel me? But it don't work that way, bro. Motherfucker so stuck in this motherfucking shit, it blows my motherfucking mind. You could read some crazy shit and look past it. You can see a video of some crazy shit and look past it. Why? Why are you looking past it? Why you don't got no questions for shit? You got questions for everything else? Feel me? So that shit don't make no sense to me, bro. It don't make no sense to me how everybody just okay with shit. Everybody just cool with just, you know what I'm saying?
To age, while others say that the...
Check it out. I feel what my brother been saying, man. I absolutely feel what he been saying, but he lost. He lost. That brother's so lost, and he's so full of pain. He's so hurt. He's so hurt. You can tell. You can tell. That's when somebody who wants the love of God, who is searching for it, but still resistant to it. Just let his love take you over, and you will see what's real from there, bro. I can't stand when people try to compare us to animals. Like, we are not the same. How you gonna compare us to a caterpillar or a lion or a gazelle? We're not the same. We're not built the same. We're not made the same. You can't do that, bro. And I can't stand when people sit there and say, look, I can't speak for Christians, but I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. Look, don't sit here and think when we come across a situation where a lion, come across to kill a gazelle, that we gonna just stand there and pray instead of, acting or react. That's not how it goes, bro. What are y'all thinking about? Who are y'all getting this information from? Where are y'all getting this from? What church have you been in? Because it's obviously you've been in a church where they're all about money. There's false prophets. There are thousands of churches like that. You have to have that decipher in mind. You have to know for yourself. You have to know. You can feel it in your gut. Being a follower of Jesus Christ is not no yes and everything is good. This is an ongoing journey every day. You fighting against evil every single day. It gets tough, bro. This ain't no walk in the park, bro. This is real spiritual warfare. This is when you say yes to Jesus Christ, you are declaring war on the devil. You will be attacked. Period. But we do have to come together, man. We do have to come together. We do have to agree. We have to agree on our history, agree on our beliefs. We have to agree, period. Everybody is so lost. Everybody is believing in this, believing in that, believing in I'm God. Like, I just really, I have the same passion for my people. I really want us to get it, to make it, to understand. But it seemed like we don't want it. We don't want that for ourselves. It seemed like we don't want that for ourselves. That brother's so lost. That brother's so hurt. That is crazy. I was there. I'm there, but I have the love of God too. That book that he's speaking on. Why do we have to look? Brother, sometimes, man, it's nothing that you can say. You just have to let the experience happen. It's nothing that you can say. You just have to let the experience happen. Man. You can sit here and rah, mash it into somebody's brain, but until they have that passion for it, that experience for it themselves, it's not going to happen, man. If they're not open for it for real, it's not going to happen for them. Simple as that. Especially with God, He's not going to force Himself on you. He gave us free will for a reason. Choose to let Him in. Wholeheartedly. I feel like my mic was messing up. Wholeheartedly. You open yourself to Him wholeheartedly, man. Hey, His love, grace, and mercy will overflow you. But speaking of Him, check this out.
Says Robert Rubin. Why didn't their clothes change to black in those paintings, or all of the paintings? The true Israelis were black-skinned people, not white. Likewise, the ancient Egyptians. The Reshet structure in Mauritania is also the location of Atlantis. Russians did not change their paintings just as other countries did. They simply kept the true paintings and iconography. Look up ancient maps and you will see that the Kingdom of Judah was later located in West Africa. The Jewish nation was destroyed by Titus. Millions of Jews fled into Africa. They ended up in the west of Africa. From there, they were sold as slaves to almost every part of the world. Do you think the hatred for black people is just normal or a coincidence? No. It was because they, Israelis, did not keep the commandments of God. Moses informed them of the blessings and curses, as we can see in the Bible book of Deuteronomy. God told them they will lose that land to people whom they did not know if they disobey Him. The hatred for the black children of Ham and Shem is because the children of Shem have mixed up with the children of Ham. They are both black-skinned. The prime target of this hate is actually the children of Shem. Shem is being punished for his disobedience to his God. Another insightful one from Johnson here says, because black people were the people in the Bible that the Americans turned white when they told the stories to us. But Russians didn't get the memo. They went off for real history. Songs of Solomon.
But why now?
Chapter 1,
why
verse 5.
now?
Revelations chapter
Help
1
us.
verse 15.
Why
Go
now?
check it out. It's in the
Why
text.
now?
It's not because of a candle or anything else these people are talking about. In that case, the whole picture would be black. Not just the face and the hands. They are meant to be black because they were black people. This great USA is also a great deceiver. And so many people inherit the wrong lesson from their great-grandparents and their parents, to the point where it's so deep that the lie is made true when the real answer is really just right there. But you never look, because why would you? The Russian unveilings didn't stop there. Russia continues with its biblical historical revelations, with President Putin at the foremost front, championing the course. Russia has opened its cellars to reveal remarkable paintings of Jesus dating back to the 1400s.
Look at
By
that.
Father Vladimir Ivanov. This is a book that is highly coveted by different circles. Because it has
Look at
the
that.
black icons. It has the
But why release it now in 2024? Why wait till
places
now to go into your vault?
Russia and Italy.
Y'all knew it been
Places
down
all
there.
over Europe. This book can range from $1,300 to
Look at this.
$3,000. So it's not an easy book to get. I actually borrowed this book from a friend, you know. But this book has a lot of interesting
A lot of interesting stuff that we knew to be true.
pertaining to the Bible. Like right here, this is the Transfiguration of Christ.
Wow. And a lot of stuff that we knew to be true this whole time, but it seems like, okay, now all of a sudden, now they want to put it out. Look, when I say the world is a stage, the world is a stage. Why now put it out? Why now? Why not 10 years ago? You knew it was down there. You've been had the vault this whole time. Why wait? Why wait? The world is a stage. They releasing this information now for a reason. What reason? I don't know. Maybe to hype us all up, hype all the black people up. Maybe to go ahead and kick off this civil war that they want in the U.S. Look, man. We already knew this. We already knew this. If you just read the Bible, it describes the Savior. If you just look back at the times of when all this stuff took place and what people were in them regions, come on, man. Just follow the trail. Just follow it. Like, look, the world is a stage part 2. This video had a lot of different information in it. A lot of different information from how they try to throw false gods, false creation, how they try to throw all that stuff at us. Look, man, if it's not obvious that they don't want us to follow God, they don't want us to follow Jesus, who is the way, the truth, and the life. If they going this hard against this, bro, it's something behind it. Guys, we have to come together. We have to decide for ourselves. We have to stop letting these people run us when we are supposed to be running them. This is our world, man. It been our world. We've been down for a long time, but it's time to come back. It's time to get what's ours. And look, I hate to promote, I'm not going to say violence. I hate to promote strong arming shit, but what's been happening to us the last 400 years? It's time to take back what's ours, bro. It's time to take it back. Like, stop being so nice about the shit. Ain't nobody been nice to us, and they still sit here and wave shit in our face and try to play us like we slow and delusional and stuff like, man, if we don't, what are we waiting on? What are we so scared of? Look, if you new, like, comment, subscribe. Let's talk about it in the comment board, in the comment section, man. Let's talk about it. What's up? What do y'all think about this, man? The world is a stage part 2. We not stopping right here. We digging deeper. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's so much. It's so much. I got so many videos I can put together. So much shit I can sit here and talk, and I can dig deeper into each one of these different subjects. Look, don't believe everything you see out here, man. Do your research for yourself, man. I pray prosperity over your lives, man. You will prosper. You will multiply. You are loved. This is the Rebel World. I am Big Homie Sean, man. We out with another video, man. Y'all have a good one.